Okay, Mike Steph here. Basking in the glory of another successful IWA event. This one, fighting for the Wolfpack, for the Newark Lady Wolfpack fundraising event. It was a hot crowd, a very hot crowd. The main event, the 5-on-5 elimination tag team match between the Soldiers of Justice, captained by Gabe Baez, against La Corporacion, with the crown jewel, Larry Anderson, Tahir James, Mikey G, Walter Diaz, Nick Thompson. It came down to Gabe Baez and Larry Anderson it was an action-packed match. It was a heat-filled match. El Jefe had to put his hand on the scales of justice to thwart the soldiers of justice, so to speak. The one thing, and this is my opinion, this is my observation, because that's what I do. The one thing about this match that surprised me, because to be honest, I'm still getting acquainted with the IWA, all the different personalities of the IWA. Met Nick Thompson, salute. Got a duo of Nick Thompson and Walter Diaz. No pictures this time. Listen, I'm not gonna be a fanboy. I'm not a fanboy. But what surprised me in person was the amount of heat not only Larry Anderson was able to generate, but Walter Diaz emanated. There was a constant chant of Diaz sucks, Diaz sucks, Diaz sucks. Unfortunately, he was the first to be eliminated. The powerhouse came in, Nick Thompson. Mikey G, I love his crisp style. Very fast-paced, everything's crisp. Tahir James has a chance to be generational, if I do say so myself. He was down to last two on his team. He was a definite difference maker. But it came down to Larry Anderson and Gabe Baez, superhero Gabe Baez. And due to some would say some chicanery by El Jefe, La Corporacion. Yeah, that's how I pronounce it, okay? Was able to get their hand raised in victory. When I say right now, the IWA, all roads run through La Corporacion, they have all the titles. All of them. The tag team, the heavyweight, the Caribbean, the intense, the explosive title. They have all the championships. The amount of gold, the amount of metal that the referee had to hold at the beginning of the match, I'm shocked the referee didn't get a neck cramp. It was just that enormous, that massive. I did come late, like I said at the beginning. I think I might have got things crossed up. I thought it started at 2. It might have started at 1, because I got there match before intermission. Usually intermission is right in the middle. The event ended a little bit after 4. So, yeah. it was good. It was good. The amount of interaction once again with the performers, with the wrestlers, with the athletes, and with the fans, especially with the Lady Wolfpack, was phenomenal. Phenomenal, I say. As the referee just walked by me. I swear, I have this footage that I cannot use because Super Sleuth himself came across something that I can't even mention and I can't use because if I do, I'll be castigated. I might be castrated. I might be, dare I say, exiled from the IWA for this footage. So I can't use it. I could probably use the footage right before the footage that I'm talking about. That would take some editing, and I really don't feel like editing, but I guess I must evolve. Mike Steph, the evolution of Mike Steph, I guess the next part of that evolution is editing stuff and not just putting stuff out there. I don't know. Maybe I'm going a little bit too far. Hopefully, on my way back to Route 3, I would be able to find some gas, some decent gas, because the last gas station I went past, $5 a gallon. Are you effing serious? $5 a gallon? So, like I said, but we're not talking about that. Everybody's living their own life. The most important part for me to end this on is this. IWA, next event at the Nut House in Nutley, New Jersey. 150 Chestnut Street. So I guess that's why they call it the Nut House. Chestnut, Nut House, Nutley. Get like a whole bunch of nuts. Y'all take that for what you want. The next event at the Nut House, May 30th. Extortion. La Corporation presents Extortion. Their next quote-unquote PLE. The main event of that match was announced after the main event of this event. There's a new challenger that's stepping up to the plate to try to take the IWA Heavyweight Championship away from Larry Anderson. It's going to be interesting. He had a cohort, don't know his name. And that's no shade, I just don't know his name. And when he finally said his name, it was like, over the head. I don't know. Did Meek El Jefe? Nice guy. Hope to speak to him more in the future. But I'm the type of individual to be blunt right now. I'm the type of individual, when I come to support, I don't ever want it to be about me. I'm not an influencer or whatever. I have a podcast. I like wrestling. Two things intersected. Great. I also am a man of respect. I'm from a different ilk. I'm cut from a different cloth. So when I go to support someone, I don't leave the place until I say, all right, I'm out. I don't do no Irish goodbyes. I've had in the past, but I choose not to do them now. So, being the fact that El Jefe, Frank, is the promoter of the event, the one who's running the event, and I felt the need to introduce myself and say, hey, what's going on? I'm Mike, blah blah blah. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Stayed around to see LA off. All right, good show. See you later. And yeah. So before I pull off, because I actually got things to do. and it's actually sunlight, and it's actually somewhat decent, I'm not going to spend my whole time talking to y'all. Not now. You know how much content I have in the stash? I have enough content to satiate the masses for the whole week. And while I'm here, I might as well tell y'all what's going to be out and what's yet to come. We have part 2 of my interview with Larry Anderson, the IWA heavyweight champion. We have multiple parts of this vlog that hopefully, if you're seeing this, that means you've seen the parts prior to this. And I even made a video talking about the IWC outrage that they have every year when it comes to WWE releases. And maybe, and that car came way too close to me, and maybe, just maybe, if I decide to stretch my vocal cords even more, even longer, I might, especially if they win on Tuesday, I just might bless y'all with another Sprinkler of Salt live edition talking about my New York Knickerbockers. Oh yeah, the New York Knicks. But this is the IWA blog. It's not a Knicks blog or vlog or whatever you want to call it. And this is going on way longer than I expected it to go, because I'm so happy that I'm actually got my voice back that I spoiled y'all. So I'm going to go to the city, Times Square to be exact. And I know you're probably like, why are you going to Times Square? You're a native New Yorker. I'm a native New Yorker. Ooh. That's because my cousin Ooh, is in town, and I need to see cousin Ooh before he embarks back on his journey back to North Kakalaka. So, with all that being said, I'm going to get out of here. While the getting is good, and I will check y'all later. Goodbye.